Failure is just great. It's the best thing ever. It's a designer's best friend. It's just what happens all the time, because even though we visualize the design thinking and the food design thinking process in a linear way, it's not linear at all. A design thinking process, a creative process, is made of trying things out, figuring what was good and what was not that great, and going back and repeating, etc. So failure is a word that is kind of weird, because failure doesn't really exist in that sense. It's not failure, it's just learning, it's just another step. So in this book actually that I wrote, that is called Think Like a Food Designer, I have 60 activities for people to do when they are approaching food design. And because very often there's many people who do not have a background in design but want to do food design, and this book can help with the 60 activities to kind of get into the type of mindset, looking at things in a different way, this habit of discovering and curiosity, and of course failure. So one of the exercises actually says, set yourself up for failure, kind of. Actually, I really wrote, set yourself up for failure, kind of. And I think, and so what I ask people to do as an exercise is to do something that you're terrible at, that you know that you're terrible at, or that you don't particularly enjoy, whether it's washing the dishes, chopping an onion, or making the bed, whatever it is. Do that activity noticing and writing down all the little aspects that you see are not good at, you're not good at. And then after you have that, you sit down and you take each step and you figure out why you're not good at that and what you can do to improve. You don't necessarily have to become better at chopping onions if you don't want to, but it's just a state of mind to investigate the reasons why some things don't turn out how we would want to. In the book then I have a few other examples that I can make, and one activity is called Overcome the Expectation Bias, and I think it's very useful because basically what happens is that in human beings consider more true the information that already align to what they know and believe in. So if you think about this, this is mind-blowing, because this is exactly what scientists and researchers should not do, right? Because in the discovery of something new, you want to put aside your expectations and your assumptions. Same goes for design. You are there to create something new. You are discovering a new context. You want to bring your own improvement in this context. You cannot limit yourself to the information that already align to what you know. So the exercise is for you to do, to take any topic that you're interested in within food design, for example. It could be, apples, or 1970s French recipes, or anything that has to do with food, and research it, find information until you find at least 3 surprising pieces of information. Until you have at least 3 pieces of information that make you go, oh my God, I didn't know that before, that's wonderful. And in this exercise, you're just noticing how you react to new information and how you react to finding out whether they align to what you already believe in or not. And then once you have those pieces of information, you shouldn't waste them. You can try and come up with new ideas that put together those 3 pieces of surprising information. And by the way, these surprising pieces of information is what we call insights, which are then the keys, in a way, that we use to generate new ideas.